Hey, Frugal Frankenstein family. It's Kassie. Welcome back to the Frugal Frankenstein, where we're stitching ourselves back together with purpose, strength, and unapologetic independence. I have a question for you. Why is it so hard to accept help without feeling like we're failing? Why does asking for support feel like we're confessing weakness, like we've let ourselves down just by saying the words? Even when we're overwhelmed, even when we've given everything, even when our bodies are waving a white flag, we still hesitate. I used to tell people I'm fine when I wasn't. I'd power through pain, smile past exhaustion, act like I had everything under control. Because somewhere along the way, I learned something dangerous. That the strong don't ask. That the capable don't need. That being independent meant doing it all, no matter the cost. But that belief? It didn't come from me. It was taught. It was modeled. It was stitched into us by a society that treats struggle like a badge of honor and sees support as surrender. We grew up watching people praised for pushing through. We saw those who suffered in silence called brave. But when someone says, "I need help," the world often goes quiet, awkward, uncomfortable. Here's the problem. When you've spent your life equating help with weakness, you start believing your needs are flaws, that your limits are failures, that your worth is tied to how little you ask for. I remember breaking down over something as small as someone offering to fold my laundry. Not because I was ungrateful, but because I felt exposed, like my limitations were finally visible, and it terrified me. But here's what I know now. Needing help doesn't make you fragile. It makes you honest. It means you've reached the edge and you still chose to reach out instead of collapse. It means you trust that someone else will catch what you can no longer carry. And that trust? That's strength. We weren't meant to do life alone. Not in crisis. Not in healing. Not in the quiet moments when everything feels like too much. The shame you feel? It's not yours to carry anymore. Because let's be real, if someone you loved asked for help, would you think less of them? No, you wouldn't. You'd show up. You'd make space. You'd say, "You're not alone." So why don't we extend that same grace to ourselves? Here's what helped me. I started small. I practiced saying yes when someone offered. I stopped apologizing for things I couldn't do. And I reminded myself, daily, that accepting help is not a character flaw. It's part of being human. And sometimes, giving someone the chance to help you, that's a gift to them. Because love wants to be useful, community needs participation, healing often happens in the presence of another. So if you've been carrying guilt for needing a ride, a meal, a moment of understanding, I want you to set it down now. You are not weak. You are not a burden. You are not less. You are stitched together with quiet courage and lived wisdom. And every time you allow yourself to be seen, fully, honestly, you teach someone else that it's okay to do the same. That's it for today, my Frugal Frankenstein family. If this message touched something in you, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another moment of strength and softness. And tell me in the comments, what kind of help have you struggled to accept, and how are you learning to unlearn that shame? Let's stitch a little more grace into our story. One ask, one yes, one shared burden at a time.